This month's edition of Prevention Matters is focusing on street associations. Helen Cavill, Project Officer for Street Associations, has joined us to explain more about the project. So Helen, what is a street association?
Hi. Street associations are being set up to strengthen the community. We're looking at different needs in different communities and finding as society is becoming more fragmented and people moving away, different needs are highlighting that we need to bring the community together to start acting as the eyes and ears and looking after one's neighbours.
Fantastic. And how does it differ from its original concept?
Well, the original concept is about a street signing up to create events, start looking out for one another with, having cups of tea with your neighbour, getting to know your neighbours. What we're doing is adding a bit more to that and focusing more on support and prevention for vulnerable adults. We're looking at issues such as high crime in the area with regards to doorstep crime and scams, which has an impact on the health and well-being of an individual if they've been affected or targeted by this type of crime. We also know that there's an ageing population. Loneliness and isolation plays a big part in this. So if we ask neighbours to start looking out for other neighbours and recognising some of these hidden issues, then hopefully we can start putting things in place such as referring into the right services before bigger things happen.
So Hughenden was the first pilot scheme. Why was this area selected?
Hughenden was selected because it already had good networks in place, and the Neighbourhood Action Group, Resident Association, Neighbourhood Watch got together to look at the issues and were worried about the ageing population and the vulnerability of being a target to doorstep crime and scams. So the original concept of the street association was looked at and then developed to incorporate the needs of Hughenden. Hughenden has become quite successful. We have 60 members signed up looking after their streets. We've offered free workshops covering scams, doorstep crime, domestic abuse and neighbourhood watch so that the residents can raise awareness with their neighbours. We need local residents to be involved with the street association to help neighbours. Once you're involved with the street association, you'll receive a welcome pack from us full of resources to help you support your neighbours, and there's a great signposting toolkit in there which will enable you to choose the right services for people that you want to help. We know the initiative is working. We've already had residents on our radar who need some support and have been referred to the services that will best help them.
And what areas are coming up next?
Hughenden was the original pilot, and we've now received funding from the Police and Crime Commissioner to set up a further 3 projects through the county. Our next one will be Hughenden. We've chosen the area based on some of the demographics there. We're looking at the needs of that community and tailoring the next street association to those needs. If you'd like to find out more about the Hughenden Street Association in Aylesbury, please come to the launch at the Hughenden and Meadowcroft Community Centre on 26th of September at 6:30.